Great to meet you, Chloe. Thank you for making
You.
it back.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I want to say I love everything that's been going on with your character. A little worried about Kristi, but happy with,
Yeah, me too. I'm watching it and I'm like, I'm tired for her.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's a good place to start because I was looking at it like I feel like no one knows the full Kristi. Everybody gets parts, like Boyd and everybody in Ellis, they kind of get the professional, the nurturing side as a healer.
Mhm.
And then Kenny gets a little bit of, the intimacy as far as the friendship goes. And then Mary
Mhm.
kind of knows how she used to be. Who do you feel best knows Kristi out of everybody in the town?
I think Chris I don't even think Christy knows Christy at this point, but yeah, I think Marielle knows Christy in some visceral ways that Kenny will never understand. And I think Kenny knows Christy in a way that Marielle will never understand. And I think it's so interesting because I don't really view that dynamic as like a love triangle or anything like that. I view it as like these three people, one of them being from their past, one of them being from their present, and what type of mirror are they holding up for each other? Do you know what I mean? And how does that reflect back on who you are as a person? And how much have you changed and what's stayed and what's remained, and it's so confusing and complex and real too, I think. And because Christy has this job in this town that requires so much for her to put so much of herself away, I think she's lost herself. So to answer your question, why no one really knows who she is because she doesn't even know. She's so caught up in her role in the town and her duty and her purpose that she's not even quite sure.
Got it. And I'm on the
Mhm.
later episodes up to about episode 8, and I feel like there was a
Mhm.
very good scene that people might not recognize is when the monster has been killed and Kenny goes outside. You go there to tell him that I need you here. And to me, it was the first time he kind of let his feelings be known as far as, no, I don't want to do this. I can't see you do this, even though he eventually relents and goes back in there. I feel like before
Mhm.
he was always been kind of like, well, I just want you to be happy. But that was kind of like a definitive moment where he really kind of let his feelings be known. Do you think that Chrissy kind of knows how badly he's hurting? It feels like that was the first time she really kind of saw it in a raw sense.
Yeah, of course. And also Christy is aware of how much she is dealing with and trying to put away too, I mean, she's dealing with the guilt with Marielle and taking care of her while she's in withdrawal, and is about to open up this nightmare creature and just saved Alice's life yesterday. And their leader Boyd had like worms crawling all over the place. So she's like, who do I trust? And she needs a friend. Like she needs a person. She needs that. And she's mad that he's gonna have this conversation about love in the middle of all of this. So I think that seems so interesting because it's so nuanced in how everyone's feeling. There's love clearly between the two of them, but also anger and exhaustion and frustration and all of it. And it kind of comes to a bit of a breaking point where they're both just frustrated and they don't know what to do. And there's something almost childlike about it too that's really relatable. They're both just not handling it very well.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
I've been asking all the cast members this. I want to put you in the writer's chair for a second. If you had the ability to reveal one of the secrets that's been going on, whether it's with the town, creatures, whatever, if you had the chance to reveal that to the audience, which mystery would you select to solve?
I think I'd want to know why we've been selected there, like the purpose for why we're all there.
Mhm.
I know it's funny. I'm less concerned about trying to get out of there and more concerned of why we are there. Like that's what I want to know. Like the rationale for why has this group of people been selected?
Now I'll give you a little funny point. Ricky, when I asked him about it, he said his big mystery is why have I been wearing these same pants for the entire season?
Of course, that feels like the most correct Ricky answer I've literally ever heard of.
Yeah. So
Yeah, very good.
you would be, like you said, it's not just a love story that's going on, it's way bigger than that.
Mhm.
I've been kind of thinking that as far as Chrissy's loyalty, it seems like it's more with Mary just because of the commitment, being a fiance and all that. But maybe her heart might be more with Kenny. Do you feel like that's a good read, or is that kind of simplifying it too much?
I think that it's so interesting because I think everyone's going to have their audience members are going to have their own stance on it based on their own experiences navigating relationships, which is what I like about it. There's nothing obvious about it, but you're going to feel how you feel based on your experiences. It's going to sit with you in a specific way. So yeah, my answer doesn't matter because you're going to feel how you're going to feel. But I will say Kristi is exhausted and definitely hasn't had a chance to really sit with herself. She's been pretty preoccupied with a lot, and I think her focus has been on Marielle for obvious reasons.
Exactly. Well, Chloe, I
Yeah,
thank you for your time. It's a pleasure speaking with you. I'm gonna keep my
you
fingers
too.
crossed that you make it through the end and we can see you in season 3.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Got it. Take care. Thanks a lot.
See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anna.